How you doing, YouTube? There it is.
There's
the YouTube.
It's real sensual.
Oh, last time I was like, how you doing, YouTube?
Yeah.
No, so, how you doing, YouTube? Matt Massive Beer Reviews back with yet another review with this fucking guy here.
Hi, I'm this fucking guy here.
Hi, guy. Joe. Brewer Joe. I'm going to call him. I don't know what to call him now.
Well, the guys that were at the machine shop before they moved out because they got in a proper building, they just called me Joe the Brewer, so you could do that.
Joe the Brewer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so I got that when I walked in just about every day.
Joe needs no introduction. He's done his own beer review thing for a long time. Stopped doing that. But he's also done a bunch of collab reviews with me over the years. Probably like a hella portion of them.
There's probably still some that haven't gone up.
Oh, there's a ton that haven't gone up. I'll eventually put all of them up, but I get weird and lazy and stuff. Yeah. Anyway, it's been quite a while, and he was like, yo, dude, I have an indie Alehouse beer. Do you want to do a review? I was like,
well, if you're going to twist my arm.
Dumb fucking question. So, yeah, what do we actually have here, though? Tell people what this is.
Well, this is a beer that was probably made by a guy that I went to school with. I graduated the same class as me.
Okay.
Started working at Indy before we even finished.
Oh, damn.
So he's been there for a while now.
Okay.
But this is their dead Spadina monkey with raspberries. And I know pretty much nothing else about it. It does say consume now or suitable for aging for up to a year. Bottled May of this year.
May of this year. So,
yes.
You're looking about, 8 months maybe?
Yeah.
Give or take. As far as the bottle goes, on the front, there's this graphics, really fucking cool. I'll show you in a second. It says Fates and Furies. Inside here it says, the Fates and Furies series Indie Alehouse beers are a collection of wild, fermented, barrel-aged, funky, and sour beers. Some beers are made with brewmaster trying to control every stage of production to produce the exact type of beer every time. But there also exists another kind of beer, something very different. The Fates and Furies beers are made with older techniques that produce amazing, untraditional results using wild yeast, bacteria, and unpredictable variables like barrel aging and fresh fruits. These beers taste like no other common beer, and we're very happy about that. So
I could be wrong about this beer or this series in general, but it could be this beer that they actually take out into vineyards and leave it there
let
overnight.
The natural flora and fauna.
Yeah, and let whatever comes into the beer come into the beer.
It's a dangerous game they're playing.
It is a dangerous game they're playing.
But it actually says barrel aging multiple times, but doesn't say what kind of barrel. I assume at that point they're just dealing with some kind of oak. I mean, in
probably
general?
some oak barrels. Unless they specifically say bourbon, I would assume, just given the area, that wine barrels would be the easiest thing for them to get.
Yeah, I mean, out there's tons of vineyards out in the Niagara-on-the-Lake area region and up in Canada and stuff like that, so it kind of makes sense. I'm assuming, based off them just saying it's a wild beer, it's a funky beer, it's aged in barrels. I assume there are probably several use or multi-use barrels that have been gone through a ringer, and then they just use the oak to kind of impart a little bit of flavor on it.
Or barrels that have soured or something, that kind of thing.
Label-wise, bottle-wise, it's fucking awesome. Weird shape, you don't see that. I don't think I've ever seen a shape of this bottle before, beer-wise.
Same here.
And just cool little graphic on the front and a whole 9 cork and cage. I really fucking dig it. Everything about it. It's fucking cool. There you go. We're off to a good start. Now, it's a sour, so we'll see. I took my heartburn medicine earlier today, so hopefully it's not crazy. Let's hold the top here. Hopefully it doesn't shoot off. It doesn't feel like it wants to come out, so...
there it is.
There it is.
Is that bottle actually green? Like a greenish? Not like,
I don't know. Let's get some...
Not brown?
Let's get beers out of here and we'll see what happens. Let's see. I'm curious as to the color of the beer. Well, that's what I think of when I think of naturally fermented beer. I always think of that kind of fruited color to it. I mean, they said they put, what is it, raspberries in there?
Like about 175 kilograms of raspberry. So
yeah, I don't believe them. Definitely doesn't look like there was any raspberries in this beer at all.
No,
whatsoever.
not at all.
Yeah.
No fruit really.
No fruit really. Yeah, definitely doesn't look like fruit beer at all. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's kind of like I'd say it's like a brown greenish kind of
Yeah, it's a weird
old school wine
yeah
glass color. Like when you buy a wine, like an old jug of wine, like, and the person goes to like buy like the $5 like gallon jug of wine, they just swig over their shoulder. It's got that kind of color going to it. I mean, it looks like a wild beer because the head's kind of really rocky and kind of spritzy, and there's really not much kind of creaminess to it.
It doesn't know if it wants to stay there or not.
Yeah, not really. And it's got a nice little like haze to it.
Yeah,
subtle carbonation.
It has like a peachy kind of color to it.
Yeah,
like a red for. Like
it looks like a raspberry iced tea to me.
Yeah,
that's the color I'm getting off it. Raspberry iced tea vibes. So yeah, definitely looks like a fruit based beer. There. Let's get a dose. I'm scared. Ooh. That smells pretty fucking good.
Yes, it does. Raspberries.
Gentle,
nice, funky
tart raspberries, not overly acidic. Doesn't smell like it's going to be in your face.
It smells like it's going to be sour, which is nice. You get some sours.
I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna be sour. I think it's gonna be. It could be sour, but to me, it could be super fucking funky.
True.
You know what I mean? Like super funky. I think it's going to be sour, but it has that like super funk going on.
It smells really good though. What's the alcohol on this again?
5 and change.
Is it?
I know it was on here.
Might be
somewhere.
in the tag.
It might be on the tag. Let's see what we got going on here. 5% on the news. So yeah, and no, it smells fun. It smells lively. It smells spritzy. It smells fruity, but it doesn't smell overly acidic. Adjectives. Cheers.
Okay, less sour than I was expecting.
Yeah, just super funky.
Yeah, real funky.
This, when I first swallow it, when I get it in my mouth, it's really spritzy, really lively, very tart, very funky. I actually don't get that much raspberry. But when I swallow it and I let it sit and don't drink for a little bit, all this fun kind of raspberry just starts to like build and kind of coat my mouth, and that's pretty fucking cool. It's almost like the carbonation or something like that is holding it back, and then after you swallow, there's this raspberry funness, very raspberry puree kind of goodness. This reminds me of something. I can't put my finger on it. A Canadian version of Brainless.
Oh, Epic's Brainless on cherries?
Yeah, or raspberries.
Or on raspberries? I don't know. Did I have that one? I don't remember.
Or that series in general. That's kind of vibe I'm getting from it.
Yeah.
I definitely wouldn't classify it as a sour. I definitely classify it as a wild yeast beer, a funky beer, not necessarily a sour. Sure, is it a sour? Yeah, if you're going to classify it in the grand scheme of things as pigeonholed as a specific style, sure. But it's not sour. This would never give me heartburn in a million years.
No. It smells... I like it because it smells like it's going to, and then you take a drink of it and you're like, oh, wow, nice. I could forget to take my... heartburn meds as well, and like be just fine.
Yeah, that's why I was scared about this one for a hot minute, but no, I could chug this. This is absolutely, and I don't want to say this in a way that it's going to kind of make me, I don't know. I don't want to mean it as in it only is served for this purpose, but this is the beer I want when I go to a bottle share. This is my side beer that I want to be drinking while I'm drinking other beers.
Palate cleansing beer. Not
even a palate cleansing. Yes, you're right. Like definitely a palate cleanser, but I actually want this as like, give me 2 ounces of all these huge beers, and then I just, when I'm not drinking those huge beers, just be sipping on this the whole time.
I gotcha.
That's what this beer does for me. That's where I want this beer to be. And like, it's fucking delicious. This is how I want tart and funky beers to be. Mm-hmm. You know, especially fruited ones.
Yeah. And you get the fruit, and the raspberry kind of builds more and more, kind of like in the Nordest, however we were saying it, kind of had like the pepper in that beer from the yeast or the hops or both, built as you were drinking. The raspberry does the same thing for me, at least.
Yeah, like it more like my analogy would be kind of what Joe said, but just a different beer. It's like those Mexican or chili milk stouts. It's like every time you sip it, you get a little more heat, every time you sip it. But
that's a good one too. Yeah,
it never builds beyond the point where you actually it kind of gets out of hand,
unbearable. Yeah,
yeah. No, and like the carbonation on it's really fun. It has this like. It's not super carbonated in the traditional sense, but it has that kind of thing where I feel like when I go to swallow it, it all kind of bubbles and evaporates while I'm swallowing it. It has this like kind of like
nice effervescence.
Effervescence.
There it is. Big adjectives.
Man, I think I don't have a nickel. Do I have a nickel? No, just dime and a quarter. That was a nickel word. Anyway, I've used it before. What the fuck am I talking about? Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, no, this is absolutely delicious. This is what I want to be when I'm in the mood for these kind of beers, and like I said, when I'm drinking and going through a huge share, this is what I want by my side to kind of carry me through the day. And like I said, I don't want to make it seem like it just kind of serves just that purpose. To me, that is a hallmark of a good beer, because I believe this beer would be impactful and carry itself through a bunch of different beers and kind of not be overshadowed by anything else. But at the same time, I kind of reset myself the whole time and just be fucking delicious. Let's put it that way.
I think if you're also somebody who's a really big fan of sours, love like just sour beers or wild beers in general, I think you'd really enjoy this.
Yeah.
You know, even if because there's like spectrums for that. You either like all these beers to be like super acidic and there's like enamel ripping, or you don't really like that and you kind of just like it being more funky. I think both ends would enjoy this.
And you even take that to a fucking greater extent. Like, I know you can't please everybody all the time, but this is a beer that I think if you were to take this to fucking Christmas dinner and you had a person that drinks cranberry vodkas, a person that drinks fucking wine, a person that drinks double IPAs, a person that drinks stouts, a person that drinks all these different drinks, and you kind of brought this out for people to drink, I think this kind of would run. Everybody would enjoy this. Like it would be like a thing where it's like it's not I couldn't find this offending anybody.
Yeah.
Ever in the history of mankind. Like it's so approachable and so positive in its way. It's not like I don't think someone would be like, oh, that's disgusting. You know what I mean? You'd be like, oh, okay, that's the fun beer we had. You know what I mean? And it was pretty good and everybody enjoyed it. That's how wide of a range of appeal I think this beer would actually have with pretty much everybody. But there's always one party pooper. Yeah. You know, it's usually me, but not this time.
Get massive troll reviews down
there.
There
You go. Get George and Chug one and throw it against the wall. So yeah,
kick it across the room.
Yeah, pretty much. Fuck you, DZ. Yeah. So is it one of the? Let's talk about it. Is it one of the better? I don't even want to class funky beers, wild beers, wild funky beers that I've had as late. Yeah, it's just that fucking good. I enjoy it. Yeah. Value and availability. I don't think we both have any clue.
No, I got it for free. Yeah. So.
Friend of his, like you said, that's brewing here, gave it to him. And
well, actually, another friend that I graduated with gave it to me. I don't know where she even got it.
Oh, okay. So I have no idea whether it's available in LCBO or fucking you have to go to the brewery to get it. Who the fuck knows? Yeah. And price-wise, who the fuck knows? And just say if you like what we like this, if you like good beer, if you like tart beers, if you like funky beers, if you like
fruit beers.
Belgian funky fruit beers. If you like I said, the Brainless series from fucking Epic, if you like dry lag beers, if you like those kind of like beers that are just like on the funky side of things, then I think you'd really enjoy this one.
Yeah, I think so too.
Because it's delicious. So there you go. Another review in the books. That's all I got. You got anything more? No?
No.
There. Beer. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the review as much as I did. If you did or didn't, whatever, comment down there and shit. Massive Beers. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Tap. Massive Beers in all four of those places. What about you? Where can people find Yosef?
You can find me, if you were already following any beer reviews on Facebook not Facebook anymore, that's gone. On Twitter and Instagram, you just noticed that my handle changed. JCowley22 on Instagram and 23 on Twitter. It's gonna get a minute to be able to rattle off. Yeah.
I was trying to look angry there for a minute and get like a unibrow thing going just for the fun of it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully you're enjoying a nice beer right now that's not making you angry. And hopefully see you next time. Cheers. Oh, it's fucking delicious.
Yeah, it is.